So, hello, Miss Paula Maxinne.
Hi,
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence today. So, how are you feeling?
Right now, I'm actually really nervous.
Don't be. Okay, so let's start.
Sure.
Yes, for the first question, can you tell me
Mhm.
what was your book all about as soon as flowers bloom?
Yeah. As soon as flowers bloom is a book about. It's actually a collection of my poetry and prose. So it's all about love. It's a different kinds of love. So it can be your love for your partner or friends, but I kind of tried to highlight self love for that. So
That is great to hear because some it is very rare for readers to read those books prioritizing yourself. Like most of the prose and poetry out there are for relationships with the other people.
yes.
Okay, so that's very great to know. So, what pushed you to write this book?
So for the purpose or for my inspiration for the book, it was actually made out of um my kind of drive to heal, because I wrote the book just around 2019 when I was in the middle of trying to find myself. So that is why I tried to focus some of the pieces to self love, because I wanted to try to find myself while I was writing the poetry in that book. So it pushed me to publish the book so I can share the journey that I had to the people that are close to me, and also those that I think who needed to read what I was about to say. So
Yes, because we'll never know. There are also people right out there who are going through the same as
yeah.
you. Yes. So, when did you realize you wanted to write prose and poetry?
I started writing poetry when I was in second year high school. I think that is around 15 years old. So I started at a young age, and then I continued writing because I think that I have that connection in poetry more than I have in writing novels and stories. So I tried to pursue that passion instead of just trying to write the novels that I started when I was young as well.
Okay. So, is that the genre or the kind of thing that you love to write? Like, are there any novels that you are writing currently, or just your focus?
Currently, yeah, sorry. Currently I am writing novels as well. In I'm posting them on Wattpad, but I tried to focus on poetry and prose because I was trying to get references for this book that I published.
Okay. So in writing, how do you find time or manage your time?
I feel like I am always writing. I'm always full of words in my head. So I feel like every day I'm trying to write everything that I feel and everything that I think about. So I just try to write through my notes or through Twitter, or sometimes I try to write on Wattpad as well. But I just always found myself writing in my notepad offline. And then when everything makes sense, I try to share that to my social media account.
I see. So what were your learnings during your the writing process every time you write some stuff?
I think I guess I can say that writing is a learning process on its own, And with writing, I felt myself grow as a writer. So I used to be this young girl who just wanted to write about her dreams and love and everything else. But then as I grew up, I learned that um, you can also write about just about anything and make something beautiful out of the simplest things in your environment in the world.
Right, so that's great. Uh, for you, what do you think makes a good prose and poetry?
I think for this, maybe it will be the honesty of the writer. So I think anything can be good as long as the writer incorporates the feelings and the emotions that she or he is currently feeling for that certain piece that he's writing. So I think that's just about honesty, and maybe of course her passion as well. So for writing, I think um you can make anything good as long as you stay true to your passion.
Yes, honesty indeed. So I agree. Uh, do you have any favorite poet? If so, who and why?
Well, right now, since I haven't been doing a lot of reading right now, but of course I love the classic ones, Edgar Allan Poe and the likes. But right now, modern poetry, I try to read more and discover more writings out there. But I I had an obsession with Langleaf and Michael. I think that was about 2 years ago. But then, since I'm not doing any reading at all, lately, I'm not familiar with a lot of writers right now. But I also like, I think that's Wilder poetry. She's or he's actually um an author. I think her book has been published as well, but I follow her on IG, or he. I'm not really sure. So her pieces are great.
Okay, that's good to know. So I also a fan of Miss Lang's poetry books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's a great writer, by the way.
Yeah.
So, what do you like to do when you are not writing? Any hobbies?
Right now, I think I have a lot of hobbies. So when I'm not reading or I'm not writing, I watch my TV shows and movies, of course, Netflix. And lately, I've been into playing video games. Actually, they're just mobile games. So it's taking much of my time recently.
I see. What advice would you give to those aspiring writers or poets aiming to become a published author like you?
I think this is the most common, but well, maybe just not stop writing, because you'll never know the chance, you'll never know what what things you will be getting while writing. I mean, in writing, it's not all about being published, it's all about you growing as a writer and being connected with your words and yourself. Sorry, yourself most importantly. And I think when you know your passion and when you know yourself as a writer and grow with yourself as a writer, everything will just come to you naturally. So the publishing, the contracts, and everything else will just follow through.
I see. So thank you so much for that. And also, aside from this new release book, As Soon as Flowers Bloom, any other thing or announcement you'd like to let everyone know about your writing career?
Well, right now I'm actually starting to write for another book already. That's maybe it's kind of connected with this first book, but it's not coming out anytime soon. So I'm still trying to write pieces, bits and pieces for this. So actually, I incorporated, or I tried to include the next title in this book. So there are clues in this book for what the next title is gonna be. But maybe that would be around next year, I think.
Okay, so we will be surely looking forward for that one. Um, are there any people you'd like to thank, or you can invite readers to follow you on social media? You can speak that in Filipino or in English.
So for the acknowledgement, I think I just want to thank everyone, actually, especially my friends and of course my family for supporting me in this venture, because well, writing is just a passion of mine, and it's not really my the 9 to 5 job, but they keep pushing me to do this because they know that I am happy with this. So I thank them. I thank, well, my, of course, my inspiration, and for the motivation and the support. I want to thank my boyfriend for that, for being the inspiration that he is. I'd like also to invite the readers and Kyoto Publishing's audience to purchase my book as soon as flowers bloom. It's available on Amazon for the ebook and paperback version, and on Kyoto's website. That would be the hardback and paperback copies. And please follow me also on Instagram. That would be I think Capricious Thoughts. I actually forgot my username in Instagram. So I think that would be for now. Also, you can listen to my podcast. I also have podcast going. You can listen to that on Spotify. That's Sporadically Maxi.
Wow. So, do you have any copy already?
Of the book. Yeah,
Yes.
I already ordered from Kyoto. It arrived actually a couple of days ago. So I have my on hand copies right now, and I'm trying to get the orders because I have people who contacted me weeks ago that they want a copy. So I'm currently in the middle of that.
Oh, okay. Would you mind if you can show that to us?
Oh, wait a minute. Um
Sure.
okay, so here is the book.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to thank the artist and the formatter, also the editor that I partnered with and worked with in completing all of this. I cannot do this without them. So I'd like to thank Regina, Mai, and Kim for helping me, well, achieve this. It will be nothing without you. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so finally, how was your experience with Okyoto Publishing?
So far, it's been great. Everyone that I talked with, everyone was very nice and accommodating, and everyone they tried to answer every question that I have. Personally, I really have a lot of questions, so I thank them for their patience for answering everything. And the time frame and the transaction for the orders was very smooth. So I thank everyone who handles this book right now.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So, actually, that would be all for the questions for this
Mhm.
interview. So, again, I would like to thank you for gracing your presence here and allowing us to interview you. And also, congratulations for the success of As Soon as Flowers Bloom. So I hope
Thank
to,
you.
yes, I hope to talk to you and to see you on your upcoming projects, hopefully. So Are there any other things that you might want to share?
Right now, that would be all.
Okay, so okay, Paula, that will be all. Yes, I will be seeing you in the future, hopefully. So thank you so much.
Thank you, also, Tiffany.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.